in the big arena. Germany has beaten the Netherlands, and it's Max Hopp prevailing against Yellowklassen 6-3 in a less than top quality affair. I think it's fair to say 87 average for the pair of them. A lot of room for improvement. But the fact is that Max Hopp has gone through. Now we are halfway through proceedings in the afternoon session here. Next up on the main stage, it's the Spaniard Cristo Reyes up against Chris Dobey, who showed great form at the World Grand Prix in Dublin last month, reaching the semi-finals there. What can he do here? Here's John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action that comes to you live on ITV Sport. It's the Ladbrokes Players Championship Finals, coming to you from Butlins, Minehead. So brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, as we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. The Spartan Cristo Reyes and Hollywood Chris Dobey.
Back in the commentary box for this one, Alan Warren-a-Little and Stuart Pike.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. Interesting opening afternoon, fair to say. Stephen Bunting, Jose de Souza, Glenn Durrant, Max Hopp winning on the main stage. Darius Slabanauskis, Mervyn King, Brendan Dolan and John Henderson on stage 2 after Ryan Joyce missing 3 darts to win it in a deciding leg. Chris Dobey, one of the young talents, well I say young, he's 29 now, but already up to number 24 in the world. It's been quite a good year for him. But another, Alan and I were talking about Dimitri Vandenberg in the opening match, taking that next step, and Dobey, we think, has all it takes to get in that top 16 and to continue rising up the world rankings. His opponent has been inconsistent, certainly over the last couple of years, earned a spot inside the top 32, now dropped down to number 36, but we also know that on his day, Cristo Reyes can perform superbly, as we saw at the Ali Pali at the World Champs, I think it was 3 years ago. So Reyes against Dobey to play either Peter Wright or James Wilson in the second round on Saturday.
First leg, Chris, to throw first. Game on.
There's so much talent there, Stuart, as you mentioned, but it's all about what you do on the dartboard to progress your career. Like you say, there's so many potential players getting in the top 16, only 16 can. It's about you doing better than the others. Well, Cristo Reyes is certainly a good player on his day.
99.
Not had the season that he would have wished for, no doubt.
Does it fit with you that it is sometimes difficult for the European players? Is it more difficult because of they have considerably more talent? Travelling rather, and you know, the UK players, they have the 13 Euro tours, but certainly for the Dutch, the Germans, 60. The Spanish et al, it seems to be constant travelling.
Yes, predominantly most of the Players' Championships are in the UK. We do have a few in Germany next year.
134.
2 back-to-back ones. Hopefully that will progress a little bit more, but I'm with you there. But a lot of these players do travel in groups.
82.
Yeah, I don't think they ever make it as an excuse, but it's going to work, isn't it? Except you've got to get on a plane to do it, and that's their chosen subject, isn't it?
93.
So,
well, it is all part of the preparation as well. You've got to prepare right in your travel to get ready, so you can get the best out of yourself when you do get on the board. But sometimes on the Players' Championship events,
82. Chris,
you know, players do maybe fly in late, and you should maybe just take a little bit more time because there's so much at stake. Needed the second treble there. Still in a good position.
86.
Scrappy opening leg.
Chris, you require 52.
Dobey will have first darts and a double. Oh, well, first dart and a double. Only one.
20.
Will that be
Chris,
costly?
you require 94.
Yeah, it's not a good first dart, apart from the obvious. It just put you on the back foot just a little bit. Just composing himself. We'll go for the treble, but the single will leave the ball. Needs the ball!
69.
You'll be disappointed because the first dart looked to be a really good marker. Dobey may get away with this. And he does. First leg on throw.
Second leg, Cristo to throw first. Game on.
Well, if we go by averages at the moment, it's all about getting the leg on the board, and that's what he's done.
Just to let you know the
60.
latest situation in the latest match over on board 2. Keegan Brown is currently 2-1 up on Andy Bolton.
140.
Yeah, Dobey, one of the bright lights for me. I think
It's got a good action, I think.
yeah.
It just needs to, you know, he's still a young man in the game in
140.
terms of how long he's been a tour card holder.
I just wonder whether he may be a little bit like Nathan Aspinall in the you know, that eureka moment. Aspinall reached the semi-finals of the World
140.
Championship and then, of course, won here, the UK Open, in Minehead in March, and it was as if all of a sudden all that talent just came rushing out.
140.
I just wonder whether we're going to see the same with Chris Dobey. One amazing tournament, and then it just follows because he has the natural abilities and natural
57.
talent,
Cristo,
isn't
you
he?
require 161.
Yes, and when you're on that big stage, you learn all the lessons that you need to learn. You know, the position you're in, how you deal with
Cristo
certain
require
situations.
164.
Well, this would be a good one. Needs another. He gets it. 164. He needs the ball. He gets the ball. Yes. The Dobey roar.
Third leg, Chris to go first. Game on.
Well, that's made Alan Warrener's day. On the ball for the 164. And 2-0 up, and just a little glimpse of the talent that is Chris Dobey. So Cristo
84.
Reyes here still has it all to do.
Yes, lacklustre first leg, it has to be said, from both players. With a wonderful 164 finish.
87.
It just shows you that those big finishes, Stuart, really can turn legs and matches around. He's in again.
125.
Disappointed with the third one, but still throwing first in this leg. It's making Cristo Reyes have to
99.
score heavily.
Yes, he's some top finishing, haven't we? Klassen in defeat, taking out the 170 against Max Hopp. For the moment, Chris Dobey is dominating. Just too good for the Spaniard.
Yes, and despite that
59.
a really poor first leg, he's got his average up to 104. So it just shows you what he's done in the last two legs. Looking at treble 20, yep, he gets it for double 16. I think, is it in? Yeah, he's just checking.
96.
Rice smile there.
44. Cristo
Yes,
requires
just
16.
not got into the game at all. Did that one dart at the bull in the first leg. Since then, it's all been about this young man. Just steadied himself.
12.
And that's 4 missed darts at double, chasing round the board. Of course, Dobey was one of the contenders in the Premier League
140. Cristo require 4.
2019. The format for the 2020 Premier League will be announced fairly soon, I'm sure.
Well, after a terrific scoring leg, we've ended up
No score.
on double
Cristo
one.
require 102.
7 missed darts to go 3-0 up. This is a steal. A real steal.
84.
Wow,
Cristo require 4.
that could have really changed the game around there, Stuart. Well, he's got away with it. A very, very good scoring leg, and the shake of the head there from Chris Dobey tells you that little story that he almost threw it away.
Little update from board 2.
134.
Keegan Brown missing a stack of darts to go ahead 3-2, and it's Andy Bolton who leads 3-2.
He's in the red bit again.
180.
Second maximum from Dobey.
60.
few boos from the crowd, the pantomime boos.
Well, interesting, our erstwhile colleague Ned Bolting was doing a little bit of research. We talked about the last
100.
televised 9-darter being a year ago, give or take, Dimitri van den Berg against, in the Grand Slam of Darts rather, and Ned Bolting and the
43.
PDC media manager Dave Allen have managed to come out with an interesting stat. The last year that we didn't have a televised 9-darter, 2003.
59.
Only a couple of tournaments to go. Good to see Ned doing his research though, Alan.
Next a change.
121. Cristo, you require 148.
I shall remind him.
Oh yes. Unlucky.
Very unlucky. What that does
74.
is give
Cristo, you
Dobey
require
another
57.
opportunity with 2 at tops if needed.
Games from the
Only
fourth
needed
leg.
the
Chris
one.
Dobey. Fifth leg, Chris to go first. Game on.
I wonder if there are any flights back to Spain this evening.
140.
In Bristol Airport. He may need them. Or he may be looking anyway. Unless he produces some special darts over the next 10 or 15
100.
minutes, Cristo Reyes. Ton-plus finish. Keegan Brown levels 3-all against Andy Bolton.
140.
102 checkout over on board 2.
Yeah, nip and tuck over there. They've got 3 last leg deciders in the 4 games on board 2. Here on the main one, been a little bit easier. 2-6-2s and 2-6-3s. This
100.
one is going well and truly for Chris Dobey. Looking very much like going in at the break.
96.
5-0 ahead.
121.
Well thought out.
85.
Well, he doesn't want to be doing what he did in the other leg, where he was so far ahead, ended up having 7 darts at the double. Cristo Reyes came down and had 1 dart at double 18.
115.
He's left
Chris, you
himself
require
in that
56.
position again. He's got to get it now, Dobey, for 5-0.
Games on the
Well,
fifth
emphatic
leg.
it
Chris
is.
Dobey.
Chris Dobey is cruising here in the first round of the Players' Championship. Cristo Reyes just simply hasn't got an answer. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. It could be short and swift for the Spaniard. We shall see. Dobey 5-0 up, 1 away from victory. Well, look at that. Dominant Dobey, 5-0 up on Cristo Reyes. The opening afternoon of the 2019 Players' Championship Finals, the 12th staging of this event. We had 2 years at the Circus Tavern, 2 years at the Doncaster Dome, and this is the 8th year that we've been here at Butlins in Minehead. Over 5,000 tickets all sold for this event, and of course we'll be back on ITV4 at the start of March for the UK Open.
96.
Darryl Gurney starts the defence of his title tonight against Luke Woodhouse. Big TV
58.
debut for Luke Woodhouse against the defending champ. Of course, he beat Michael van Gerwen in the final. Van Gerwen plays Luke Humphries. As Cristo Reyes
180.
finds a maximum.
Probably
It's going to be too little too late.
He's probably looked
100.
at the flights, as you say, Stuart, and realised how dear they are and needs to stay another day.
65.
And Chris Dobey had missed 10 darts at the double in that first session, but still averaged 97, Stuart. It just shows you his
100.
level of
Cristo, you
scoring.
require 160.
He's at that very, very high level.
44.
Keegan Brown, a 6-3 winner over Andy Bolton. Took out 102 and 132 on the bull en route to his win. Brown is through to round 2.
86. Cristo, you require
Dobey
116.
will be hoping to wrap up his place in the last 32 very soon.
81 left, treble 19.
92.
Dobey's already
Cristo, you
taken
require
out that
157.
magnificent 164. Can't do the 157.
60. Cristo, you require 24.
To stay in the game. One left, double 3.
21.
Well, just not happening
Cristo,
for
you
Reyes.
require 97. 57. Cristo, you require 3.
Can he get a leg on the board, the Spaniard?
One left.
Games on the 6th leg.
There we
Cristo
go.
Reyes. 7th leg.
The look
Cristo
to the
Lopez.
skies and the smile tells you everything.
$60.
Dobey won't want to take his foot off the gas here.
No, he'll be well aware of that, Stuart.
115.
All of a sudden that thought process changes in your mind, where you've set off your leg with 2 bad visits.
44.
Your opponent is already ahead.
Just looking back, we're saying the 12th Players' Championship Finals.
77.
Michael Van Gerwen's won 4, Phil Taylor 3. I wonder if you know who the other 4 winners are. We've already told you one, Daryl Gurney, of course, the defending champ. As Chris Dobey finds the third 180. Who are the other 3 players to win the Players' Championship Finals? We'll tell you in a minute.
99.
Bit of fun on Friday afternoon.
It's in again. Treble 19 and leave tops.
139.
Well, 2 fabulous visits from Chris Dobey.
Very good. Well, just in case Dobey wins here, we better tell you, Gary Anderson, Kevin Painter in Doncaster,
120.
Kevin
Paul-
Painter?
Who's never? And Paul Nicholson at the Circus Tavern. Double 12 to wrap it up. And wrap up a really good performance from Chris Dobey. 10 missed starts and a double, still averaging 95 though. And I wonder if this is the weekend that Dobey maybe makes the big breakthrough. But he was good enough. He was far too good for Cristo Reyes. And Dobey is a winner into the last 32. 6-1 the score here in Miami.
Game on.